Alright, so I actually came up with this right after about Mania, pretty much. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty old, it's pretty outdated, but yeah, this is my fantasy booking for Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul, man. Bad Bunny, as we know, had one of the greatest, I think like one of the first greatest, like actual great WWE matches with Damian Priest. Fucking barn burner, man. You could watch that shit over and over again. It's like a love letter to the Latin culture plus pro wrestling. Also, Damian Priest helping lead that match, showing how great he is. And surprisingly, Bad Bunny showing off his singles greatness. Because, his first match was a tag match. And, all the same shit could be said for Logan Paul, man. Who is, in my opinion, one of the most, entertaining dudes in this sports entertainment right now, in my opinion. I feel like every time he's on the screen, he just demands attention. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not the greatest thing ever. He's not better than, MJF and Cody, Punk. I'm not going to say he's better than all these dudes, but, whenever he's on camera, he definitely has presence and is definitely at least top 10 in the ring. Like no doubt. I feel like he could, I don't know if he could lead a match, but whenever he's on screen, whenever he's in a match, you're going to get something decent. It's not trash. You're not going to be bored during a segment. Natural heel. Everybody hates him. And it's, legit. But anyway, my idea for Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. This originally was supposed to be at Backlash. Because this was off the back of WrestleMania. And Logan Paul defeating AJ Styles in a surprisingly shitty match. Two great in-ring workers. Fast-paced. AJ can pretty much work with anybody and make it look fucking fantastical. And, Logan's a freak athlete. I'm not sure how that shit was so boring. I don't know. I think they played it too safe. I had an idea with Logan and AJ. A few spots where Logan does the springboard 450 or whatever AJ used to do in TNA. And he beats him with that. Not just doing a shitty ass Styles Clash on him. And, that doesn't even look like it hurt at all. I wasn't mad at Carrying getting involved because that could have worked. But there wasn't any big spots, really. There wasn't, no announced table breaking, no Prime spitting out, no... I mean, AJ didn't really even do anything impressive, man. That shit was disappointing. But anyway, Logan beat AJ Styles for whatever reason, right? So, he's feeling all high and mighty. I would say the Raw after Mania. Logan Paul riding the wave of defeating one of the very best in this industry ever. He's calling out big names. And he's letting it be known that he's been in the ring with all these guys and he can hang with them. And I just beat one last night. So, that night, he's, pretty much talking about how great he is. And we all think he's going to call out the world champion, who at the time, Jey Uso, beat Gunther in an even worse match. Nah, but, he deserved it. He was really over it. Still is. My boy just gotta get his cardio up, but whatever. And on paper, this would be a solid match. Wait, no, it wouldn't, because they did have a match at Saturday night's main event. It was horrible, but anyway, they have bigger plans for the World Heavyweight Champion. All right, at this point, I think he was still doing something else. But yeah, anyway, so he's calling out big names, and he's like, bro, who's next? Logan's like, who's next? And everybody is expecting Jey Uso, but instead, Bad Bunny steps up and calls out Logan to prove who's the best celebrity wrestler, because that's what this whole story is about. That's the whole appeal of this match. And because when you get down to it, the two greatest to ever do it, as far as spend 20 years in the performance center and the indies and did all that, these two are the greatest celebrities to do it so far. Jelly Roll looked I don't know, man. I couldn't believe in anything he was doing. I feel like his body language wasn't on point. And yeah, he's kind of small. He's kind of small a little bit. But anyway, that's no offense to him. The match was still entertaining. But Bad Bunny steps up. And I think they've actually had words to each other about who's the better of the celebrity wrestler. And, they have a bunch of respect for the sport. A bunch of respect from the boys. So I could see this happening. And in this sense, I say this whole story is just based on that. Who's the better celebrity wrestler? And that's what this whole build can be based upon. So yeah, I'm not really sure how any promos would go. I mean, you could get creative and, work that out. Bunny's whole side is about, representing the culture and proving his respect and ability for pro wrestling like he did at Backlash. And Logan, ironically enough, mocks him for just being another celebrity trying to wrestle. Logan could do something on Impulsive with Bad Bunny, say some shit to him, talk about him. They get like in a heated moment, and then in the following weeks, he aligns with Grayson and Austin because that's where this is leading to. Because this is where, oh man, they really ruined my whole script. Because bro, Logan, Theory, and Grayson, that was a great group. That never was. Like, that shit could have been great television, bro. These three beautiful, athletic, future of the industry right here. The fucking Prime Collective right here, bro. We got all like the trash talking. We got the bronze, we got the brain, we got the billions. Come on, man. I'm not really sure how you want to do this, but definitely want to build up to the match. You definitely want to have some entertaining segments. I want to say at one point, like, Bad Bunny pulls up on Logan at Raw, like, brings out the cart with the with a bunch of kendo sticks and like chases him off or something. And then the heels, the Prime Collective, Grayson, Theory, and Logan, they jump Bad Bunny, and it's like, oh man, that sucks. But I don't know if y'all know this, but Bad Bunny got some pull in the damn Latin culture of wrestling. So he recruits the Lucha Bros. He brings them back together in the Federation for the first time in a big moment, in a big feud, in a big story. Penta and Phoenix. He can like pull up on SmackDown, try to get Rey Phoenix, go to Raw, try to get Penta, and it's like they still want to be single stars, but it's to a point where he's so serious, and it's not even like he doesn't really have to convince them with money or this star power, but he shows them how serious he is. He gets his own lucha style mask, like Bad Bunny in the mask, and basically all this culminates in a tornado 6-man tag. We got Bad Bunny and the Lucha Bros versus Logan and A-Town Down Under. Come on, man. It is fucking great, bro. Fucking PWG style, like fast-paced, flashy, crowd-pleasing, a bunch of tables, Prime come on, man. Kendo, bro, this can't be ass, bro. This has the potential to top what the Bucks and Lucha Bros did, what fucking Logan did with Jelly Roll, all that, but even better in ring stuff, because we got the Lucha Bros, we got Theory, we got Grayson, we got the future is here. No one is a fucking 10-year vet in the Fed in this match. It's fucking amazing. So, and then how I want to book the finish to the match, or how the match goes. Obviously it's back and forth. Obviously it's fucking nonstop, fast-paced shit going on. You loving it. But as we remember from the story of A-Town Down Under and how they, pretty much broke up, Waller was just being a prick to Theory for like really no good reason. But I feel like the whole thing with Theory is just, and I feel like this is why his first run on the main roster, while it was great for Vince, having the creative mind to take a chance on a young talent and just like bring them up and giving them all this, and kudos to that. But to like put him in this heelish persona, like, that's not who he is. Like, naturally, he's a good guy. He loves the sport. He loves to please the fans. His moveset is very kind of fast-paced and crowd-pleasing. And, like, when you really looked at, the whole dynamic between, him and Grayson, or, him, Grayson, and Logan, he is kind of like the more chill one. He is kind of like the more nonchalant one, despite looking the best, despite having the biggest muscles. And tension was building. Waller kept trying to boss him around and tell him not to, don't sign those autographs, don't talk to these fans. And I think at like a few main event tapings, people were chanting for Theory, and Waller didn't really know what to do. It's like, damn, but this guy's really doing something. So during the match, I want to say there's moments here and there where Waller and Logan are like taking the spotlight from Theory, and in many moments where Theory, he's strong as hell, so he's like lifting these guys up and doing all these incredible moves, and the crowd is popping for them despite being the heelish team. And gets to a point where at first it's just Grayson taking the opponent away from him and like doing his own move instead, and then even Logan does that because he thinks it's okay, like he's a star too, and like that's the whole thing with Grayson and Logan. They're the stars of the group. Grayson at least thinks he is, reality TV star. That's his whole character. I want to say Waller gets so worked up during the match. He's so hyped up. Him and Logan, Theory, they're all, doing great. Grayson even like push his theory, like, hurry up, like, do this move right here. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you waiting for? And like, not that Theory is hesitating to, get the job done and like win the match, but it's like, bro, like, the fans want me to do this. Don't try to boss me around anymore. I'm tired of this. And he finally snaps and hits his finisher. I think it's like the AA with the knee or something, the A-Town down on Waller, clean, and he just walks out. It's like a big pop. Finally, he turns baby face. Crowd goes crazy. Logan is distracted. Grayson is down. Bad Bunny calls out for the 619. Ole, ole, ole. Kicks Logan in the back to the ropes. Hits the 619. The Lucha Bros hit their own sort of like splashes on Logan. And Bad Bunny hits a fucking 450 or something. Pins Logan. 1, 2, 3. Bunny and Lucha Bros get the win. It's a big feel-good international moment. I feel like this should be at any international show coming up. Backlash 2026, anyone? Logan takes the L, but it's like still protected because it was 3-on-1 at that point. And he's going to move towards the world title scene as he is doing right now. And he will always stay in. And, this Theory turn finally needed. Oh my gosh. It resets his very stale career. I feel like his career was really going nowhere fast on the main roster. Really a waste of about 5 years, to be quite honest. But trials and tribulations, man. Not everybody can be a top guy immediately. Not everything is going to click. And it makes for great documentaries, I guess. But he can finally be in the same conversations as Breaker and not Carmelo Hayes. But Tiffany Stratton, stuff like that, the new gen. Finally push a babyface that people want, man. I feel like, bro, just give Theory that chance, man. People want to see him in the Vision. People want to see him return as a heel. Man, we don't like him as a heel, bro. He was like one of the most hated guys in like the 2021, 2022 on the main roster because his shit was just so weak. Yeah, this is just a one-off story. It gives everybody some momentum. We get the Lucha Bros back together. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to say that. Bad Bunny leaves again on this high moment. Just proving that he can come back and do it all again. As I'm pretty sure he's going to be on tour. And I don't know when this is going to happen because I think he's going on tour this summer or something. Like, you know how it is. And Logan refocuses on the title scene. Theory levels up to being one of the faces. One of the baby faces of this new generation. And yeah, man, this could be awesome. This is your job.